Gen Z's fake nonchalant era. Listen. If you are a man and you think getting a girl, you have to be nonchalant, you are wrong. Some girls like that. Me, I can't speak for everyone, but I do not want a nonchalant. I don't want a nonchalant guy. I need you to be chalant, okay? Chalant. Also, if you're a guy and you're like, if I buy this really sick car, I don't know cars, so like a Corvette is what I'm thinking. Like, if I buy this really cool Corvette, she will want me. She will love me. She'll be all over me. The only people that would be all over you if you have a Corvette is men. Because men love cars, okay? I am a girl. I'm a woman. Again, I can't speak for every woman, girl, person out there, okay? I can't speak for all of them. But for me personally, if you pull up to my house and you have a Corvette, I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. That's really cool, right? I'm not going to get with you because you have a Corvette. I'll comment on it. I'll be like, this is a really nice car. Like, that's pretty cool. That's it. Really cool. Good car. It's a car. It gets us places, right? I will not be like, oh my god, I love you. I love your car. Because I'm not really into cars. So I'll just be like, oh wow, this is a really nice car. Maybe we can talk about it for a little bit. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's like a status symbol, but like, personally, I wouldn't get with you if just because of your car.
Nonchalant era. I feel like the amount of people who fake being nonchalant keeps getting bigger every year. Now, being nonchalant is basically just a chill, reserved type of personality. They don't fold under pressure. They don't really seem fazed by a lot of things. And some people aren't that, which is okay. Some people just glaze this personality way too much. And that's not to diss anybody who actually is nonchalant, because that's how you are at birth, I guess. Being nonchalant has its pros and cons. And because of the pros nonchalance offers, or what it said to offer on social media, a lot of people fake it. They put on a performance. They put on a whole act.
Just
by
be
the end of
yourself,
this video,
bro.
you will see the signs of someone who is a fake nonchalant. Now, the first sign that someone is faking being nonchalant is them trying to act mysterious. Now, there's a difference between being introverted and quiet and being posted up in the corner of a goddamn party.
We see the fit, bro. We see the fit. We see it. Yes, we acknowledge the fit.
With your foot on the wall, looking around. Okay, it wouldn't be that extreme, obviously, but they move with mad mystery when that's not really who they are. And it's not because they're genuinely uninterested, but I guess they do it just to keep up this persona. Now, everyone would be having a good time at the function, and I guess they'll be the only person in the corner, alone, doing some random-ass emotes. Like, obviously, some people gotta recharge their battery if they're introverted, but this is completely different. These dudes will sit in the corner trying to act cool. They'll also be uncomfortably calm during distressing situations.
Yeah.
That's another sign. Like, no way you're gonna sit there and say, type shit. Like, we're about to get nuked in a war zone. Again, sorry for the exaggerated example. Another obvious sign that someone is faking being nonchalant.
They just have this aura. Like, they just have this aura where they're like posted up in the corner and they just have this stance where it's like, come talk to me, come ask me why I'm standing in this corner. Like, you know when you're talking to someone and they just keep bringing up a point to the point where you're like, why? Like, they force you to say, why? Well, don't you want to know? Don't you want to? Why? Like, I really don't like being forced to ask. Like, oh, why? Like, why? You know what I'm talking about? It's not very specific, but it's just like, it's just this feeling that I get where I'm like, why are you in the corner? Oh my god.
That one's a classic. Don't hit me up. If you really didn't want people to hit you up, you wouldn't post that shit for attention. Okay, I don't know if anyone even does that anymore, where they'll just post it on their story, but they just tell people how much they don't care and they don't want to be bothered, but secretly, deep down, they want people to swipe up and ask if they're good. Okay, it's not the actual phrase, don't hit me up, but it's just kind of how they're moving. That's what it reminds me of. Or it's like those people who address the haters in a video and they say how much they don't care, even though they may.
I don't care. I really don't care. It's giving like I think you care. I think you care because you keep saying, you know, I don't care. It's whatever. I don't care. There's haters. I don't care. I think you care. I really think you care because you keep saying you don't care, but I think you secretly care.
The video, so clearly they care. Because if you really didn't care what your haters had to say, you would say nothing at all. Like, if they're on that don't hit me up type of timing, like, they're really letting their emotions get the best of them. It's more of like they act like they don't care when they do. Honestly, all it takes is one look in their eyes, and you could see how much they truly care. Because there's no way they sit there and their girl of 5 years breaks up with them, and then they say, I honestly don't even care. She wasn't all that anyways. While literally looking like they're on the brink of tears.
Yeah.
It's okay to show emotion. Like, obviously, if people make fun of you for it, that's mad shallow, which is probably why a lot of people don't. But forcing that I don't care narrative doesn't work. A lot of people see through it. People who farm 24/7. Okay, now what does this mean if you haven't been on the internet? Now, there was a term last year that went around that fake nonchalant people love to glaze. Aura farming. Someone who prioritizes their quote-unquote aura. Gotta be the biggest farmers of all time. But you know what? Do your thing, I guess. Caring about your appearance and how you look, obviously, is one thing. I'm not saying for you to let the stench build up and not shower, and then wear your old-ass Minecraft t-shirt that's been through literal war zones, it looks like. In that aspect, you gotta care. It's a part of the social contract that you sign when you spawn in on this earth. That you can't look like a greaseball and you gotta shower. In a hygienic sense, you gotta care about your appearance. But just caring about your quote-unquote aura and how people perceive you, that's just cooked, man. I'm sorry. Like, no one cares that you lost a little bit of aura when you took a step, you had a little bit too much pep in your walk or whatever. In the moment.
I feel like I make fun of, like, was that aura? Was that aura? Like, bro. Oh my god.
People, they'll make fun of you. But eventually, they'll forget. This mindset will make you a lot more self-conscious and way less nonchalant. Like, obviously, you don't want to go out there and make yourself look bad, put yourself in a bad light. But embarrassing yourself is going to happen. There's no avoiding it. Some people may feel anxious in those type of situations, which is completely different. I'm more so talking about people who are preserving their aura, trying to save it at 30 years old. Okay, not 30 years old. Now, another sign is that someone will try to prove it that they're nonchalant. Someone who's really nonchalant doesn't have to prove anything. They don't care to prove shit to people. That's just really how they move. Like, a humble person doesn't say they're humble, if that makes sense. They would never sit there and brag about how humble they are. Same thing goes with nonchalance. They're not going to seek attention with nonchalant type behaviors all the time. But if you were acting, you were putting on a performance, you would. Some will even go—
because you want everyone to know. You're like, hey, like, I'm so humble. Like, I'm so humble. Like, I'm really humble. Like, I don't think you're humble, bro, because you keep, like, you're forcing it onto me. You're like, I need you to see me this certain way. Like, I don't think you're humble, bro.
As far as the time their replies, they really got a whole ass NFL playbook of a—
That whole thing with, like talking stages and being like, I can't reply. Like, you see their message and you're like, wait, I have to wait like a minute before I reply. Just reply. It's okay. For me, personally, I don't care. I don't care if you reply, like, in a minute or an hour or whatever. Well, okay, it depends. But, like, if you're specifically timing it where you're like, I can't seem desperate, just talk. Like, it's fine. Just talk. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, he wants me so bad because he responded in a second. That's just how communication works, or it should work. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're having a conversation, right? An active conversation, and I type something and I want you to reply, but you wait a minute every single time, I'm gonna get a little annoyed. I'm gonna be like, are you doing something? Like, no, I'm just sitting in my bed. Okay, why aren't you responding then? Why are you waiting 10 minutes to respond? Because I used to do that, like, on Snap or whatever. I don't have Snap anymore. But when I used to Snap, people would be like, oh wait, I have to wait. I see their Snap. Oh my god, they snapped me. Wait, I have to wait like 10 minutes before I reply with another Snap. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. Just respond. It's okay. Like, I've learned that. Like, it's okay. Just respond. It's fine.
Strategy to when they're gonna reply to somebody, just so they look quote unquote busy, even though they're just busy thinking about when they're gonna reply. Now, there's obviously a difference of not knowing what to reply with and timing your replies to look mysterious. If you were really nonchalant, you would reply when it feels naturally. You wouldn't even think about a strategy or anything. You wouldn't think about how you're perceived on the other end. This next sign is a no-shitter, but it's really important. Watching videos on how to act nonchalant or content related to becoming nonchalant.
Have you guys ever watched a video on, like, how to talk to people? I've watched a couple of those videos. Low-key. Yeah, no shit. If you watch videos like these, just give up the act.
3 signs that you are overly nonchalant. This can be a good thing, though, because this is the type of guys that girls go crazy over. If you're any of these, especially the
Not
last one.
me.
You are way too nonchalant.
If you got dudes coaching you to be nonchalant, you are not in the slightest nonchalant. Just don't even
I'm
try.
such a fat
You are not
fucking
even
chud.
close. How does it show the no fucks given mentality?
Nonchalant. One, you're not the type of guy that's going to double text or triple text a female. When girls get a guy that talks to them all the time, calls them all the time, text them first, it boosts their ego. But when they get a guy that really doesn't care to talk to them too much, they go crazy. Like, they will be seeking and begging you.
Double triple text thing doesn't mean shit. Everybody doesn't double text unless it's an emergency or they got something important to tell you. Like, ooh, I'm so nonchalant, guys. I don't double text. Oh my god. Okay, but who is dead ass taking notes to these text to speech type of videos?
Two, you don't even check your Instagram direct. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty sure everyone checks theirs nowadays. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just tap share. Go over to Instagram direct, and whoever's in that top.
This is like a 3 dark psychology tricks to get back at your nemesis type of vid. Next, we gotta talk about the source. Like, why are they like this? There's gotta be a reason. The best my dumbass could think of is people who are nonchalant online. We're all doom scrolling. Yes, me, we, and you. The term nonchalant has just been blowing up over the past few years. It's even in brain rot. Like, nonchalant has been glorified the past few years. Kind of like what most people talk about on the internet in terms of like personality traits. That and performative. So of course, if it's in front of people's faces, they're gonna want to do it. They think because their favorite rapper or streamer is deemed nonchalant by the public, that's now their new prophecy to live by. That's how they're gonna move for the rest of their life. They basically start acting like the person down to the fit and pose for their Instagram post. I mean,
Have you guys, like, after watching a movie, you low-key, like, act like the character? Like, after watching the Wednesday show, whenever that came out, I don't know when that came out, I don't know how old I was, but I remember, like, after watching that show, I was like, yeah. Like, I was talking like Wednesday, like, I was like, all depressed, like, looking out the window. It's so bad. No, but, like, I low-key do that, like, I adopt their character. It goes away after a little bit, because I'm like, this is kind of weird, but, you know, after, like, you know, and then when I was, like, really little, I remember watching, like movies, like, after I'd watch a movie with my family, me and my siblings would, like, walk out of the movie, and I'd be like, I call being this character, oh, I call being this character, and then we'd, like, play it in that character, right? But, like, yeah.
this type of glaze is crazy. I can't even lie. Which it kind of relates to the being mysterious thing I said earlier, because people really move like Playboy Cardi, thinking it's tough. But before Cardi dropped music, you heard everything that Cardi did. He took a shit like a blog page would have wrote about. But I guess this is how people think they're gonna be treated whenever they post a
like
fit pic on Instagram. Now for Duke
famous
Dennis,
person.
a lot of people aspire to be as nonchalant as Duke Dennis for one reason only. He polls. He doesn't have to do shit at all. But what if that was you? You're a really outgoing and chalant person and you fake it. They're just gonna see right through the bullshit right away. Or once you fold, it's over. Faking being nonchalant isn't gonna get you anywhere. But there are some people who do it to impress women. So yeah, Duke Dennis polled, but that doesn't mean you're gonna poll. There are so many things guys will do. They'll lower their voice a whole octave. They'll sit there and sound like this. Okay, it wouldn't be that low, but you get the point. This is similar to the dude who's throwing his homies under the bus on a two-man, and they make incriminating jokes. Okay, not incriminating, but jokes that would damage their reputation. It will sell the two-man type of jokes. And now they wouldn't say these jokes to you without the girls around. When they pull up, it's go mode for them. They're just roasting you all night and making you look like a fool. That's really how the fake nonchalant dude moves in front of the girls. That's it. Because they both have one thing in common. They're not being their authentic selves.
Yeah, just be
even on
yourself,
some dating apps, I've seen women who say don't swipe if you're nonchalant. So there's gotta be some sort of trend of being nonchalant right now. I can't be crazy, right? But they're treating it like it's a deal breaker. So it's gotta be an important factor for some women that, hey, you can't be nonchalant. And you know what? That's all right. We all like different personalities. And it just shows that being nonchalant isn't everything in dating, as it's said to be on social media. How do I know? Because I've actually tried to do this. And I folded like a MacBook. And I folded like a MacBook Air. So please take my advice. I tried doing this shit as a teenager and it didn't work. This shit has been so glazed over the past few years. Even to the point where people in real life, although I'm nowhere near nonchalant, I'm just reserved as hell. They will even say it to me. But yeah, once again, this is not a dig at people who are actually really nonchalant. All right, they're being themselves still. They're being real. But personally, if you're faking it, you gotta be you. You have to. You're not gonna pull women by acting nonchalant. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Watch this one right.
I love his videos. I'm subscribed, right? Yeah, I'm subscribed to him.